There's really nothing like playing Nintendo's bright and vibrant games like Mario Kart World on a big ol' OLED screen. But this one is actually inside this pair of glasses. Let's check out Rokid's new AR Spatial Bundle. Last time, we checked out Rokid's Max AR glasses along with their Rokid Station, a tech combo that to this day remains one of my favorite for gaming and media, especially when traveling. But now they're back with their new Max 2 and Station 2, available together in their AR Spatial Bundle. But first, let me thank Rokid for sending these out to us to share with you. So let's open them up and see what they're all about. Starting with the glasses, you can get them in black and this new silver. Inside the box, you get the manual, the USB-C connection cable, extra nose pads, a lens cleaning cloth, a large carrying case, and inside that, the glasses themselves, with a blackout cover that snaps on. Next up, the Station 2. Inside, we have the manual, stickers, USB-C cable, a transparent protective case, and the Station 2 itself. The case is a nice addition to protect it from drops, but it also has a grippy texture at the bottom to keep it from moving on surfaces. Most AR glasses these days go for a familiar, discreet sunglasses design, but Rokid always tries something different. On here, we don't have a sharp line or edge in sight. Everything's rounded out. We have stacked layers on the front with bevels, even with the lenses. On the hinges, they have this fancy diamond accent that adds a bit of flair. They're also slightly larger now, which gives them a futuristic but kind of a bug-eyed look that does stand out. Now, the blackout cover has a more traditional look while giving you the best image out of those OLEDs. But, just don't walk around with them on. On the glasses, we have a brightness button, a volume rocker, and the USB-C port. Then we have the speakers and microphones. There's also a proximity sensor. The temples open wide enough for just about every big ol' head size, such as my own. In the middle, we have the nose pads, which are easy to adjust and also easy to swap out. At the top, we have the diopter knobs, one per eye, and this is one of my favorite features from their glasses. But now, thanks to the Station 2, they also have a digital adjustment. As for the Station 2, it's been completely redesigned, and yeah, it looks kind of like an old school iPhone. Quirky, but sort of adorable. It's very round, fits nicely in hand, and it has a satisfying weight to it. The front has a large touchpad with a matte, almost paper-like texture. Unlike the first one, all the buttons are now on the sides. We have the volume rocker, menu button, home button, battery indicator LED, power button. There's even an indicator light on the front to let you know when it's on, and dual USB-C ports, one for the glasses and one for charging. And down the middle, we have another vent. And on the back, we have a reflective silver ventilation bar. The Rokid Max 2 uses birdbath optics with dual HD 120Hz micro OLED displays that look beautiful. Yes, there's still 1080p glasses. 4K micro OLED technology isn't feasible, it's not there yet. But as I've said before, I don't know if it's because they're right up against your eyes, but it seems much sharper than you'd expect, and at this resolution, it can support up to 120 frames per second with a compatible device. They have a 50-degree field of view, 600 nits of brightness, 106 sRGB coverage, 3D support, and it weighs in at just 75 grams. I believe it's one of the lightest we've tested, and clearly it's much lighter than something like the MetaQuest headsets or Apple's Vision Pro. It also has a 9-axis IMU to give it those motion and spatial capabilities. As for audio, their open-ear directional speakers have beamforming tech, which shoots that sound straight into your ear holes. You might not expect much, but it has great clarity and detail, a deep bass, and it uses Rokid's virtual spatial audio for that surround sound. And the good news is that at max volume, it doesn't distort or blow out, and the sound leakage is minimal, but yes, you can hear them in a quiet room. Now, the Station 2 is powered by a Qualcomm Snapdragon 6 with 128 gigs of storage, 8 gigs of RAM, and a 5000 milliamp battery that lasts about 5 hours. It also has Bluetooth 5.2, so you can pair mice, keyboards, or controllers, and it has Wi-Fi 6, which of course is great for streaming video, but also games. The touchpad supports multi-touch, and it also has haptic feedback. Then, to keep everything in here cool, it has a built-in fan that's pretty quiet, but it does ramp up, so if you're close enough to it, you can hear it in a quiet room. Now this time around, it's powered by YodaOS, a custom Android-based system, which means it can also run most Android apps, and yes, it does have access to the Google Play Store. Now because Earth hasn't found a new power source, just like the last version, they're wired, and you'll need a DisplayPort over USB-C compatible device to use them. So most modern laptops, some phones, and handhelds like the Steam Deck just work, it's plug and play. But if you can't connect natively, you'll need an adapter, which there are a lot of out there. Or just use them with the Rokid Station 2. Now, if you plug it into a compatible device like your phone or laptop, or if you use it with an adapter, the glasses just act like a giant high-quality OLED TV, which is an awesome upgrade, especially for handheld consoles. But where it gets really fun is with the Station. And that's because YodaOS gives you access to so much more. When you first put them on, they'll walk you through the entire process with these little mini tutorials, which are really helpful and make the whole process much easier. You can navigate with either the trackpad's cursor mode in portrait or landscape, or in laser mode for navigation. On here, you have all the settings that you can tweak and adjust, including what I mentioned, the IPD. You can also use it for multitasking with up to 3 windows. On here, you can rearrange them, resize them from narrow, wide, and a 21:9 ultra wide. Also, each window has 3D settings, so with compatible media, you can get that immersive 3D experience. All this makes it great for streaming video. By the way, yes, they are Netflix certified, which is a big plus. But what makes watching movies or shows on here awesome is their theater mode, where it shoots back the image and gives you this massive 300-inch screen that fills your view, just like, as the name implies, a theater. But unlike before, now it's a pinned screen in 3D space so you can look around. They also have a reading mode, which moves everything closer to your eyes, which can be really helpful, especially when it's so far back. And there's a sports mode, which, as the name does not imply, can unpin the screen so it can follow your head movement. Finally, on their store, they have a little over 35 apps with spatial experiences and games, which are a cool way to showcase it to friends or family or that random stranger on the bus. Now, my favorite thing to do with these is play games. On the Steam Deck, Plug and Play makes it super easy to upgrade the handheld experience with that gigantic and private screen. But what I've been using with it the most is the Switch 2 connected in docked mode. I've said it before, Nintendo has some of the most bright and vibrant games which look incredible on these OLEDs. And gameplay on something like Mario Kart World, which is now at a stable 60 frames per second, just looks so fluid and responsive. On top of that, latency is basically non-existent. So yes, these can also work really well for intense gameplay, like in multiplayer, where accuracy and timing are everything. So that's a quick look at the Rokid Spatial Bundle, which I think is a great kit to get started in this space.
AR space.
Whether you're working, watching, or gaming, this is an awesome way to enhance those experiences. There's much more here that I couldn't get to, but let me know what you think of it along with any questions you may have down in the comments. Also, if you're looking to pick up a pair for yourself, Rokid was awesome enough to hook you guys up with a discount, so check the links in the description below for all that info. I'm Sergio AM, thanks for liking and subscribing, and I'll see you for the next box. If you like this video and want to help us out, click that thumbs up button and leave a comment below so we can talk. Now, if you want to go further, subscribe and ding the bell to stay notified whenever we post a new video. You made it to the end, and I just want you to know that you are the reason we do what we do. This is Sergio AM, and I'll see you for the next box.